I'm back here snagging this job that we made and installed a few weeks back. There's a few little spots that we missed that need filling, so I thought it would be a good opportunity to explain how Konig wax fillers are used for touching up these sorts of pinholes and gaps. We've got our soft waxes, our hard waxes, and some different applicator tools. So first off, we've got these two little holes which are left by the 18 gauge Pasload nail gun. Some of these cover strips were secret fixed to parts before installation, but this particular one needed to be fixed to cover 2 units after they were fitted. Now these can be made pretty much invisible with soft waxes. So what you have to do is find your nearest shade, and it doesn't matter if it's not perfect because wood does have natural variation. We'll go with this one. And your most basic applicator tool is a simple plastic thing like this. And you can see how soft it is. You just dig the tip in like that, get a nice blob of it on there, and then that will, without any heating, that will simply push into the hole. And you can do the same with that hole, and then what's important after that, well, first thing that's important is to get the old white wax off it, but you need to just rub it like this. Now we can see that one's near enough disappeared. This one, I've maybe contaminated it with a bit of white wax, which is me just not preparing well enough. So I'll try again. I'm going to struggle if it simply needs to go darker because I think this is the darkest wax I've got. You see, that is good enough. That is near enough invisible, given that you get variations in wood grain anyway. Now we've got two other issues here. One is a gap that is really wider than I would have liked it to be. I think that's opened up a bit since fitting it. The other is this little dint, which I remember was caused by dropping this workpiece in the workshop after we'd done all the staining and finishing, and we said, well, we'll just repair it later. I'd prefer not to use the soft wax on a corner repair like that, because it is that bit more fragile and doesn't bond too well. So then we're looking at the hard wax, which if I just try digging this in, you can see it's really very hard. You actually can't gouge it. So what you then have to do is heat it. And the way you can do that is with this little battery powered tool, which has a special switch here, which you hold down till it gets hot and then you can gouge it out. But these things are so annoying because they just take ages to heat up, and you have to hold your finger on it to keep the heat going. And I usually lose patience with them, so my quick method is a lighter. Obviously you've got to be safe with this. What I'm going to do, it'll have to be off camera, is I'm just going to heat it in a most simple way with the flame underneath over a little tray, which will give me a little pool of melted wax, which I'll then work into the repair. Right, that is now just dripping into this tray. I've got a few little drips there. I'll just show you that, and we'll see how we go with this, because that is probably too liquid now. But the good thing about it being liquid is it will want to bond into the grain. It's already going a bit harder, which is good. Now this issue with the gap, sometimes you just need to know when to leave something and let it be imperfect. And I would say that if I try to fill that gap, there'll be more wood movement and it will open up, and it will obviously be a fill. So I'm actually going to keep that there. Now you see that's part filled. The way to smooth that back is with these ridges on this tool. You rub it, and it does the same job that I did with the back end of the scraper before, just smoothing it down. But it helps to stop you digging in where you don't want to. I just want to rub it on the chamfer there a bit as well. Let's drop the tool. Now that just needs a bit more work to bring it flush. And now it's hardened off, it is a much harder wax. So that's looking pretty good. I just want to take it out of the join. See, I'd say that's good enough. I mean, it's perhaps not perfect, but nobody's really going to go inspecting it close up. It's only when you've got an obvious hole or an obvious dent that your eye's drawn to it. So that gives you a pretty good idea of how you can use these waxes. They're made by a company called Konig. I believe they're German, sorry. I buy these through Hayfully usually, and you can get them in all different shades. We use a lot of the white waxes which come in different white shades. A lot of our white painted work is just an example of a range of shades that you'd get for dark wood. Thanks for watching.